Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about Sony. And the reason why I want to talk about Sony is because you guys know Marvel Spider-Man 2 came out. And Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, and The Last of Us Part 2 has become the fastest selling Sony exclusive games of all time. And what do they all have in common? They're sequels. And they're developed by their third-party studios. And what's another thing they have in common? All three stories suck ass. Yes, that's right. I'm going to be talking about Marvel Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, and The Last of Us Part 2, and why these third-party developed games by Sony by itself, suck ass. And the reason why they suck ass is because of the whole diversity and inclusion nonsense that they've been doing with these characters. Like, I just don't get it. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all are literally putting bull crap over, you know what I'm saying? Y'all putting bull crap over storytelling. Yeah, the story's a little bit darker, it's a little bit deeper, but at the same time, when you really sit there and think about it, these stories fucking suck. And I'm about tired of the walk-in movie simulator, where it's mostly like, damn, you could really watch the game instead of really playing the game. Yes, the gameplay is great. They do better things than the first game, of course. But the problem is, these games' storylines suck ass. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have Sony fanboys because, you know, Xbox, PC, Switch, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, fine, whatever. But these AAA games, a lot of these AAA games, especially the Sony exclusive ones, they are absolutely terrible. They're not deep storytelling, honestly. I already had told y'all Marvel Spider-Man 2 was going to be a knockoff of Ultimate Spider-Man. And if any of you guys been watching the Ultimate Spider-Man run on Disney XD, y'all know that the Venom is not Eddie Brock. It is literally Harry Osborn. Duh. That's what it is. And that's basically the story, honestly. Yeah, Kraven was there, but Kraven wasn't that big of a goddamn deal. So the fact that you promoted Kraven and Venom, and then you were like, oh, it's not going to be who you think it is. Nah, shit, it's going to be Harry Osborn. Like, it's like the same thing as when Warner Brothers and Rocksteady Studio announced that the Arkham Knight is an original character, and everybody was like, it's Jason Todd. No, it's not. Just like I was telling people, I was like, it's Harry Osborn. No, it's not. Yeah, it is Harry Osborn. It's the most obvious thing ever. Like, if it's not Eddie Brock, like it should be, which that's another thing that I'm getting tired of. You know, changing these characters up. Changing these characters up, and then sidelining the characters that you actually want to play as. You know what I'm saying? Or downgrade them for, you know, the female empowerment stuff. Yeah, you did the same thing in God of War. You did the same thing in The Last of Us Part 2. You did the same thing in Insomniac Spider-Man 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2. And then when people say something, y'all always want to be like, oh, y'all don't know what you're talking about. Oh, the character looks great to me. That's fine, but at the same time, video games is a visual media, and especially if you're going to base them off of iconic characters that people know of, I'd rather you make the characters look how they're supposed to look from the comic books or the mythology as best as you can, than to just be like, oh yeah, let's just do our own version of the characters. Because I'm tired of the hyperrealism. I really don't care for hyperrealism. I rather look at a comic book version of Spider-Man. I'd rather look at a mythological version of the God of War characters. I'd rather look at what was that other thing? The Walking Dead style for The Last of Us Part 2 than hyperrealism. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And then you had this major focus on this whole female empowerment shit You brought Mary Jane back with more stealth stuff that we didn't ask for. You replaced Joel for Abby Ziegler. And what? Marvel Spider-Man 2, yeah, you got Peter, but, you know, you were really setting it up for Peter to leave so Miles can take over. Yes, because that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what we want to see. And God of War gave us annoying Atreus missions that we didn't ask for, while segregating Kratos stuff to, like, folly shit. Like, I just don't get what the hell y'all doing with these games. You know? And I'm sorry, yes, gameplay is good, but the stories suck. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nobody gonna convince me that, you know, all three of these games was good, because they weren't. I mean, story-wise, they weren't. Well, yeah, but they sold out, Trey. Okay, and the reason why they sold out is because the first couple of games were good. The Last of Us, masterpiece. Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, excellent. You know what I'm saying? God of War, the franchise, and the PlayStation 4 game was pretty good. But then the sequel game, it's literally big. It's literally DLC expansion. Instead of a sequel, really, it's really like, oh, here's a big, massive, downloadable content. That's what it feels like. Not really much has changed. They put a few little things here and there. The gameplay is a little bit better than the first game. That's true. But story-wise, it sucks. I'm sorry to tell you this. And then with the Spider-Man stuff, you got LGBT themes littered throughout. You got ugly-ass female character designs, except for Black Cat, because she's a lesbo now. Changing character sexuality, of course. You know what I'm saying? Forcing an iconic male character to belittle himself just to uplift a female character. And don't say you didn't do it, because you did the shit when you made Mary Jane Scream, which that is not how Scream works in the comic books. But okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? Ellie takes over, and then you got she thing, Abby. Oh, that's not a trans, that's a real woman. We based it off of a real woman. No, the fuck you didn't. No, the hell you didn't. Because women can't even retain that kind of muscle without putting double the work in a man has to, because a woman's body can't do that without steroids or something like that. But you know, y'all think somebody's stupid. Y'all think somebody's stupid. What happened to these video games actually being fun? Like, if you want to tell a deep story, that's great and all, but when the designs are ugly, when you can clearly tell it's an agenda over anything else, when you try to make the player miserable for playing a certain way or playing a certain character that nobody asked for. It's not like you're given choice in these games, but then you want us to feel some kind of way or try to make us feel bad about the choices that the main character takes. That's another thing too. Making the main male character feel bad about his actions, or just the main character in general, that you led us to because you gave us no choice. But then you want to try to punish the main character for that. We're playing as the main character. I don't care about Abby. I don't care about Mary Jane Watson. I don't care about Atreus like that. Yes, they're there. Yeah, they're supporting characters, but that's what they should be, supporting characters. Not the fucking main focal, not the face of your franchise. When I'm playing Spider-Man, I expect to play as Peter Parker and Miles Morales, but I expect them to be treated equally, and I expect them to actually have something good to say. Not some miserable nonsense, or Miles getting regulated to side missions that don't really mean a goddamn thing, but want to push the whole black, Puerto Rican, and Latinx bullshit, which I told y'all Latinx ain't nothing, and y'all are even trying to make up fucking words for the shit. Okay, y'all need to stop. Y'all really need to stop. That's getting fucking ridiculous, and that's so disrespectful to a culture that y'all said, hey, nah, fuck it. We gonna do this, and we don't care if y'all don't like it. I mean, for God's sakes, y'all couldn't even get the Cuban and the Puerto Rican flag correctly. And Miles is half black, half Puerto Rican. But nah, y'all said, nah, fuck that. We gonna give him the Cuban flag, and then thought that people wasn't gonna figure it out. And then you tried to come up with made up Spanish words Because you wanted to do this, you wanted to push this Latink shit that people told y'all not to, and then you got us playing as a deaf mute girl, a deaf mute black girl. Why? Why are you doing this nonsense? Like y'all are doing dumb decisions that makes no kind of sense. I'm sorry. You can't convince me that this shit is good. It is not good. And then, of course, you had to take one of Spider-Man's long-term love interests, outside of Mary Jane Watson and Gwen Stacy, Black Cat. Oh, she's now confirmed to be bisexual, and she has a girlfriend and all that nonsense. Really? Really? Oh, well, at least you let her be sexy, because you sure as hell didn't let Mary Jane Watson be sexy, because you had to make her a knockoff Lois Lane. You get what I'm saying? And like, and then with Ellie, you made Joe stupid so you can trust Big Papa Abby, and Abby kills him, and then we have to play as Abby, even though we playing as Ellie to get our revenge on her. But we need to feel bad about. We need to feel sorry for Abby and all the things that she go through. So let's play half the game as her, so we can feel better. So by the time we get towards the ending, we can understand why Ellie would spare her. And then Abby got to protect some girl who wants to pretend to be a boy, even though in a post-apocalyptic world, they in a tribe where they have to procreate because the world is at the end. You get what I'm saying? And with God of War, it is a trade, trying to prevent Ragnarok. The gods, Thor and Odin, got daddy issues, drunk family ties with Thor. Freya wants revenge. Kratos don't want to do nothing. Atreus wants to do shit, and it's just nonsense. None of these games, story-wise, are not good. And then when you finish the game, they're not even worth the playability. Because they're not good. They really aren't good. I don't care what nobody say. I'm sorry to tell you this. The gameplay might be fun, but playing story-wise, no. I don't want this shit. I don't want it at all. I don't want its future. I don't like it. I really don't. And that's terrible to say it, but I'm being honest with you. I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat it with you, but, we need to get a grip. Like, these Sony single-player games need to be better than what they are, and they're not. And I could go on a little bit more of a rant tangent, but I want to put in perspective how all three of these games, yes, they're fastest-selling games, they're very popular, all these games going to win Game of the Year, but at the end of the day, they suck. And I'm tired of them forcing that LGBT, female empowerment, bull crap, ugly character designs on us, and then think that some of us are supposed to be okay with that. I don't care. You buy the game, play the game, enjoy it. But from where I'm standing at, I wouldn't spend money on half of none of them. God of War Ragnarok, yeah, I spent some stuff on there, but because I got a deal with the PlayStation 5. That's the only reason why. It's the same thing with Marvel Spider-Man 2. It's the same thing with Last of Us 2. You get a deal. But other than that, the shit suck. I don't care what nobody say. The stories suck. And some of the graphics don't even look all that great. I was looking at Marvel Spider-Man and God of War Ragnarok, and I was like, hell, the damn graphics in the first fucking games look better than this shit. And they was on last-gen consoles. So I don't know what the hell to tell y'all. But that's just my personal opinion. You guys tell me what you guys think in the comment section below about, these AAA games from Sony, because I think we are blinded by the fact that the first couple of games were good, that when we get to a sequel, it kind of sucks, but don't nobody want to say anything because, it goes against the grain. But I'm going to let you know it sucks. But that's my opinion. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.